And we are back with the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC. The show is being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next door to us, Fearless Social, and also Poplar Bluff Drywall. It's the first weekend in October. We're doing all scary movies this evening on the Screen Team. And speaking of scariness and haunted houses and things of that nature, we've got Sabrina here. You guys are gearing up for the big haunted house. Your opening night is tonight, right? October the 3rd?
Yes, that's right. And I'm kind of late. So we open at 7.
Well, you better get there.
Yeah.
You better get there, man.
That's okay. I got good people working it, and they're dependable. They're amazing operators and actors, and I can't thank the people that have showed up to build this. We built it in 30 days in the month of September, so it's kind of an impressive feat. And my co-director, Asa Wyatt, is awesome at making my dreams come true, and they're pretty nightmarish.
And it's happening again at Kenyon School.
Old Kenyon School at 910 Vine Street. Mm-hmm. You can come on down. We open at 7. And it's $10 to get in. All the proceeds that we raise help us put money towards purchasing and installing toddler and accessible playground equipment to put over at Bacon Park. And Wonderful. It's presented by the Kiwanis.
So opening night is tonight, and then you guys are open next weekend. So it's Friday and Saturday.
Every Friday and Saturday, and then the week of Halloween will be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, very good. Our next film is a movie that apparently I can't pronounce because you guys made fun of me.
The Lazarus Effect.
That's what I said. What did you think I said?
You kind of slurred your S at the end.
Don't you worry
Lazarus.
about it. You know what? Let's just talk about the film and how awesome it was, right?
Yeah.
Would
you like me to go first?
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Okay, so the Lazarus Effect. I first time I watched it, I actually watched it in a hotel room and bought one of those where you can buy and rent, watch a movie that's out in theaters. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that was possible, but I watched it. And then I couldn't for the life of me remember the name of the movie I had watched. And people were like, well, so what all did you watch? I'm like, I watched this one, and some other movie, and I can't remember what it's about, but they bring back the dead. That was all I could think of. And then you picked it for this show, and Chris is telling me this Lazarus Effect. We're going to watch it. I'm like, I haven't seen that. Never clicked. But then we watched it, and I was like, oh my gosh, of course, I've already seen this. Again, he starts falling asleep through the movie, and I'm like nudging him going, did you hear that? Did you see that? Do you know what's going on?
I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm
so this movie,
you guys are my horror connoisseurs.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I'm talking.
Okay.
All right. So this movie is about some scientists, and they create this serum that you can inject into creatures that have passed on. And they were working with pigs and dogs, and they bring back a dog from death. And he's just a little off, personality-wise, just a little off, but they're not sure what. And then they have a major accident, and one of the members of the team is killed, being electrocuted. Well, they managed to bring her back.
This is a modern-day take on Pet Sematary.
It is, and I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, this is not going to end well. Didn't they learn anything? That was from like the 90s, right? Pet Sematary?
80s, I thought.
Well, somewhere in there. And so anyway, they bring back this female scientist, and she starts, what basically the serum manages to do is instead of dissipating from the system, it stays, and it increases the brain activity. And they go like, they say, oh, remember, we only use about 10% of our brain potential. And, well, she starts showing signs of using all of her brain, and what happens? She gets all these extra senses and telekinesis and mind reading and all this kind of stuff, and it plus the fact that she was previously not a living creature. She has had an afterlife experience, and in life she had a horrible childhood accident. All of that combined turns her into a complete monster. And what she does to the rest of that team.
Well, Olivia Wilde, who's the scientist, the actress who plays the scientist Zoe, I thought she was amazing in this.
Mm-hmm. She's really good.
She could make her eyes look very evil when she was
And that one-eyed wink when she does that, that was pretty creepy.
Well, the whole cast was great. I thought whoever did the casting on this was amazing. They've got Mark Duplass. I have no idea what he was in before, but Donald Glover was in Community. Evan Peters was in American Horror Story. So as soon as you see him, you're thinking, this is going to be creepy.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Bulger. I know she was in that other movie with children's movie with a book, but I can't think of what it is. She fenced. That's all I can remember. And there's twins. But the whole idea of her coming back, and then when you compare it to Pet Sematary, you get to see what happens to them on the other side.
Right.
They put you in her torment and see what, she says, I've been in there for years. And the concept of having to experience her worst nightmare over and over again.
Mm-hmm. She was basically in hell.
Yeah. And then they foreshadow it a little bit whenever Donald Glover comes up and he's like, Zoe, just calm down. We're going to make this better. And she says, you have no idea what you did, but you'll find out.
You'll find out.
So it sounds by both of your tones that you guys really like this film, or did at least give you the chills. Did it scare you? Is this a good Halloween flick?
It's not necessarily a Halloween flick.
Uh-huh.
It's just a good scary movie.
Okay.
Nothing Halloweenish about it. I mean, you can watch it any time of year, I guess. So.
Well, she was dead. Then they bring her back from. I mean, she's like a zombie almost, man.
Well, yeah, but yet she wasn't. It's just I think they do an excellent job, and they don't disappoint at the end of the movie, to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was good. I thought that they got right to the meat of the story. They didn't wait around and lollygag through it. There's some pretty intense moments, but it's not like one of those where you feel worn out at the end of the movie.
Or you're just like,
exhausted.
man, I wish I hadn't sat through this.
or where you just feel like, I can't wait till the next big scene. It was a nice steady pace. Is it one of the greatest horror movies of all time? No, not by any stretch of the imagination.
My husband and I actually argued about what the ending meant. And I was saying that she's following through on her threat, but you'll find out. She's going to put them through their own torment and let them see what she had to experience. He didn't think that at all. He thought she was just killing him. It's over. End of story. But I think they opened it up for a sequel.
Interesting.
I hadn't considered a sequel.
Tracy, is this something you'd watch again?
Oh, yeah. I seen it in theaters and then rented it again, and I enjoyed it, I think, more so the second time.
Very good. Very good.
I would agree with you. I think I enjoyed it more the second. Well, no, I didn't, because I kept nudging him, wanting him to participate. I watched it by myself in a hotel room, the first time. So I thought, maybe I might have fallen asleep on parts of it, but I remember that I was, exhausted at the end of my day. So it was kind of like I was more awake the second time I watched it.
You know what? I'll remember that next time you're watching like a Ken Burns documentary with me. I'm going to be nudging you. Wake up, man. This is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Check it out. It's good stuff. It's history. All right, whatever.
She's going to have to come back and talk about it, though, later.
Coming up after the break, we're going to review the brand new Poltergeist. They remade Poltergeist here in 2015, and we're going to review the new one. It's coming your way next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.